Hi, Run Your Story family. This is Allison Gilliard with Run Your Story, where every story needs to be heard. And it has been an epic month because we are coming off not only doing Battleship 12K with the Fresh Junkie family, not only incredible interviews, but also Dave the shoe guy and Gray Gilliard, our editor, and myself. We are coming back from the running event. And guys, it was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm so excited about the future of Run Your Story and just the partnerships we're creating. And a huge shout out and thank you to Aaron from Run and Try for taking us under his wing this year. It was absolutely incredible. But also, guys, you're going to want to join our Patreon community because we have some really cool stuff lined up, and we got to do some giveaways for our Patreon family members. We absolutely love it. We gave them some exclusive content about while we were right there live attending TRE. It was so much fun, and we are so grateful for their support. They believe in Run Your Story. They share the stories. They want the stories to be heard. And again, a huge shout out to Dave, the shoe guy, aka Dave, the review guy, because he is all about Run Your Story, and it was so fun to watch him with all the connections he made, and he just wants to have a platform to share with our community, and we are so grateful for Dave and what he's doing with Run Your Story. And so guys, definitely check out his blog, definitely go support him. He's absolutely phenomenal. And it was such a great time just to be able to tell others in the running industry about Run Your Story. And we have 2 incredible interviews that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks from the running event. And a huge thank you to the running event for putting on such an incredible event and for all that they do for the running community. This was amazing. And so again, we are so excited for our Run Your Story community and for our Patreon supporters. So if you have not joined the Patreon community, you should go to our website. It's on the homepage. You scroll down a little bit and you're going to see Become a Patreon supporter. It's super easy to click on. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. But we are thrilled. We are so excited about the things in the works. And if you have any ideas from our Patreon supporters, give it to us about what you want. We have a couple that have already told us what they want, and so we're really excited about trying to make that work. So definitely join our Patreon community, and thank you to our Patreon supporters. We hope that we represented you well at the running event. We hope that we made you proud. And again, we are just so grateful to the running event, to all of those that gave up their time to reach out to us, to want to share their stories. You guys are going to be blown away. We are beyond honored and thrilled to partner together with some incredible partnerships coming up. So thank you to our community for making this possible. Speaking of community, so excited to have the one and only Wonder Woman running, and that is Jennifer Ballance. She is absolutely incredible. She is a fellow Fresh Junkie Ambassador. That's how we got connected, and so stinging excited to finally be able to do this interview with her. Not only that, we had to do she's so patient. We had a little hiccup going on. We're not sure what happened. So she came back for a second time, and that was amazing. So thank you, Jennifer, for your patience. Thank you for wanting to share your story, knowing how important it is. Guys, Jennifer is absolutely a heart of a runner. She just exudes support and encouragement and love. She's a pacer. She dresses as Wonder Woman. She's such an encouraging spirit. And she's also a family that serves our country. So her husband is in the military. And so to Jennifer and her family and to all of those that serve, thank you for serving this country. Thank you for allowing us to be able to run and to be able to chase the finish lines that we want to. So Wonder Woman Jennifer makes it work. She's absolutely phenomenal. You guys are going to love her story. She's so fun, and I am so excited to try her breakfast routine. It sounds phenomenal, so I'm really looking forward to that. So again, thank you, Jennifer, for sharing your story. I'm so excited for everyone to get to meet her, and when you see her along the route, dressed as Wonder Woman, just give her a shout out. She's amazing. And for making all of this possible, that would be Fresh Junkie Racing. Guys, they are top-notch running. They have so many events lined up. They're adding events. They're so much fun. They really care about the running community, so definitely go check them out at Fresh Junkie Racing. They believe in the Run Your Story podcast, and we believe in them. We're celebrating coming off Battleship 12K, and it was so fun, and the medal is epic. It's just all the things. And this year was very special because I ran in honor of my son who will be joining the military, because this is also his favorite race. And so to be able to have that moment and to run with my friend Katie, it was just a beautiful time. And she pushed through. It was hard, but we did it. We did all the things. And so Congratulations to Fresh Junkie Racing for an epic running event. Cannot wait to be at Mississippi Gulf Coast. Cannot wait for Louisiana and all the others that I will be at. I'm very, very excited. You can go to runyourstory.com for more information for Fresh Junkie Racing, or you can check them out on Fresh Junkie Racing. They also have social media. Go check them out. The girls do a fantastic job with the social media page. They are top notch. So Haley, Caroline, love you guys. Mike and the rest of the staff, love you guys. You are amazing to put on such incredible events and to lead the running community the way you do. And thank you for creating this family that you've created in Fresh Junkie. All right, guys, lace up those running shoes, get ready, get set, and go run with the relentless Jennifer and her run story.
Thanks, Jennifer, for joining me.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad we could finally get this scheduled.
It's been so great. We actually met because we're both Fresh Junkie Ambassadors. Yay!
Yes.
And as Steve Taylor tells me, you're a pretty rad individual.
Oh. Well, I try.
And for those that don't know, you are a Wonder Woman in disguise.
Well, I don't feel like I'm a Wonder Woman in disguise because I am Wonder Woman, you know?
Ooh, good job, Jennifer. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get started. How does your run story begin?
I used to work for an insurance company, and one of the things that we were required to do was to have 2 running activities a week in order to keep our insurance for free. So I decided to join the running club, which seemed like the easiest thing to do. So I did that. I started working there in 2007. But then I didn't enter my first official 5K until 2010. It was July 10th, 2010. I remember it so well, obviously. But it was my first 5K, and I actually finished 3rd in my age group. And that kind of just started everything. You know, once you do your first race and you get your first medal, you're like, you know what? I think I want some more of these. So that's where it all started. So, and then it's escalated a lot since then. So, for sure.
And here we are.
Yeah. And here we are.
I love that.
But after I did my first 5K, I started getting a little bit more serious. I did my first half marathon in 2012. It was the Blues half marathon in Jackson, Mississippi. And then one of my friends that I worked with, her name is Pam Butts. She saw that I trained and finished the half marathon, and so she invited me to do another half marathon a few months later in South Carolina. And she is actually the original Wonder Woman. So I went and traveled with her in January 2012 is when I first did my first half marathon. And then in May of 2012 is when I did my second half marathon, and I did that one dressed as Wonder Woman, my very first one. So since then, the majority, especially any of the ones that I do out of state, I do dressed as Wonder Woman, because my goal ultimately is to do at least a half marathon in all 50 states dressed as Wonder Woman. So.
That is so fun. I didn't know that. That is so cool.
Yeah. So I'm at 31 states right now. So, but I had to put a pause on it with me not having a job right now, with being in physical therapy school at 42. So with 4 kids.
Because I say being a wife and kids and all the things.
Yeah. So a little busy.
Just a smidgen.
Just a tad bit. No big deal.
Again, you're Wonder Woman. So
right.
You can do anything.
Yeah. No big deal. No big deal at all.
So you have definitely had some lessons that you have taken from running. What is some of those?
Well, I think a lot of times it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you could train your butt off for something and to PR for something, and then you not hit your goals and you're just really disappointed. And sometimes that's life. Sometimes you work so hard for something and you don't hit your goals. And that's okay. But the best advice I can give is to dust yourself off and try again. Because running, it seems like it's something that's easy, but it's not. there's just so many things that go into it, and people take it for granted and they think it looks so easy, but it's definitely not. There's a lot that goes into it, especially training wise. If you want to hit a specific goal, then you literally have to work your butt off, and then you still might even hit it. So, but yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
That's why my motto for everything is just to be relentless. Be relentless in your goals and your pursuits, just in whatever you want to do. So.
Be relentless. Oh, so I got to know, what has been your favorite race?
Wow, I've done some really great races. There's a couple that come to mind. One was a couple years ago when I did the Maui Oceanfront Marathon in Hawaii. That was beautiful. And we started in Lahaina, which not long after that's where those wildfires happened. And so just to be able to see the beauty of that place. And then you're running along the oceanfront and you look over and whales doing whale things out there. That's a cool experience, in itself.
No kidding.
And another one that pops into mind was the very next month I went to Las Vegas and did the rock and roll where they shut down the strip at night. I did that with my good friend Shantae, who is no longer with us. That was her very last race. So that one holds a very special place in my heart because of that. So for obvious reasons. So.
Sure. Oh. Let's shift a little bit before we both start crying.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Let's talk about pre-race routine. Do you have one?
So I usually like to make what I call a waffle sandwich.
Ooh.
So you take, I really like those Kodiak protein waffles. So I usually do a couple of those for the sandwich, for the bread. And then I do cream cheese spread on one side and sunflower butter on the other. And then sometimes I usually drizzle some honey in between. So you have your carbs, your protein, your good fats, all of that, all in one kind of thing. And then with a banana on the side and some pre-workout usually, and coconut water. That's a big thing for me, coconut water before every race or a long run.
I'm literally drooling at your recipe for the Kodiak sandwich. That sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great. You got, like I said, you got your carbs, your protein, your good fats. I mean, you have everything that you may need. So, and sugars too. So,
gotta
yeah.
have that.
Mm-hmm.
You finished the race. What does Jennifer's post-race routine look like?
Well, Scratch Labs makes a really good chocolate recovery drink that I like. It's the best tasting one I found, besides if you just have just regular chocolate milk. But yeah, that's what I like the most, is that. If we're talking beyond food, whatever, also I like a really good ice bath, which I know sounds crazy, but man, it's invigorating and it hurts. But then you feel so good afterwards, after the feeling comes back to everything. That is. So,
after the shock and awe moment.
yeah, you're like, yeah. But you really feel alive. For sure. Yeah, but that's like that. And if I don't have time to take an ice bath, I found these Epsom salt bath. They're like bar soaps. So I use those too in the shower. Yep. That really helps too.
That's cool. What is an item that you will not go run without?
I answered this question not too long ago, and I feel like I'm a little bougie now that I've been running for like forever. So there's so many things I need to have a successful run. Number one, I have to have my running shoes. So I'm wearing A6 Gel Nimbus. I love those. I love my Pro Compression socks, my marathon socks. Like I have to have those because I feel like I don't have any leg fatigue. Even if I do really long distances, there are usually no issues there. And probably just a good hat. So
a Wonder Woman hat.
Yeah, hat, a Run Junkie hat, any of those things. So
I just tried on the Gel Nimbus 27. It's on my Christmas list, Jennifer.
Yeah, they're great. They're great shoes. I love them. And I just love running shoes, period. So
I got you, girl. I got you. Same.
Mm-hmm.
So you talked about pre-race meal, which is great. Sounds delightful. I'm going to be incorporating that into my routine now. Mm-hmm. For longer runs, what do you like to fuel with?
Well, I'm actually an ambassador for a honey stinger.
Oh, okay.
So I usually use their gels, their energy gummies, the caffeinated, uncaffeinated ones, and also their waffles that they have. So that's usually what I do for road races. Of course, trail races are a little different. So
Okay, yeah. You cross the finish line. You've done your post-race routine. Let's talk food. Is there an item that you're like, I want to eat this right now?
no, because I'm a lover of all food. So there's only a few things I won't eat, but most things I will. So no, there's nothing that I will say no to because, like I said, I love food. I even have a shirt that says, "Man, I love food," that I wear sometimes. So yeah.
Jennifer, I feel like we're sisters from another mister.
Probably. Who knows?
I love, I'm like food. She loves all the running shoes. Man.
Yeah, I love costumes. I love dressing up in costumes for races. I have a race tomorrow. So
Okay.
gonna be a
Wonder
sugar
Woman.
plum fairy. So
Are you really?
yeah.
Oh my God.
I was looking, like, I literally do not have fairy wings. And I'm like, why don't I have that? So that should definitely be something I should have, but I did not. So, but now I do. So just in case I might need some in the future, I have some now for sure.
We're going to have to find a race and dress ups together.
Yeah,
I love that.
for sure. Hmm.
She's like, the more the merrier.
Oh, yeah. If you come up with something, I probably already have it. If we're going to be on the road rule about it.
For your trail races, do you dress up as well?
No, what I normally wear is just, if I'm going to dress up, it's going to be in my Wonder Woman running gear that I have. So I'll probably do that next month. I'm doing my third attempt at a 100-miler. So I'm going to be embodying my Wonder Woman mindset.
100%.
100%.
Wow. You go, girl.
Yeah, well,
Dang, Jennifer.
hopefully third time's the charm. So I've had to stop at 75 miles the other two previous times. So this is going to be it.
75 that's nothing to scoff at.
No,
Jennifer.
I know that is a lot,
That's a
but it's
long
not,
time.
it's obviously not 100. So
I want to be you when I grow up, Jennifer. That's all I got to say. I want to be... Do you listen to music when you run?
I do. I love music. It helps me zone in and zone out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I zone out and sometimes you have to zone in to what's going on. But yeah, I just listen to just a variety of things. I don't really limit myself to one genre of music. So just depends on what sets the vibe, you know?
What Wonder Woman's feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What helps me feel more wonderful.
Oh, but
Yeah.
I like that. Let's talk recovery, because obviously, especially as a PT student, you know how important recovery is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So how do you recover? You did say ice bath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are there other tools that you like to use?
Well, I don't really like the word recovery, like just plain recovery. I like active recovery because most people think recovery, they think I just need a rest. And that's not the best thing for you because you need to get up and start moving around, getting the blood flowing, circulating and everything. And that's better for you overall. So when I say active recovery, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and go hard with your workouts or even running or anything. It could just be taking a walk around the block or whatever, or just making an effort to get up and just do a squat or two. Nothing crazy. Just make sure you're still moving. And that's the best thing for you, really.
I like that. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you cross train?
I do. I'm using an app called the Ladder app right now, and they have different programs you can follow on it, but the one that I'm using is like a runners focused training program, and I like it because it's 30-minute workouts, which is really great, especially if you're busy or whatever. Most people are like, I can't work out today because I don't have an hour or 2 hours to work out, but these are literally 30-minute dedicated workouts, and they don't require much time, but I do get a lot of benefits out of them, so that's what I love.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I like it. So, what has been your worst race?
I don't really think I have a worse race because I kind of feel like each race, even though it might not be great, it still builds into the runner you are now, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you had a terrible experience there, like you learn something from it. So if you can take a negative and turn it into a positive, you're going to be the winner anyway. So.
And you are going back for that, as you talked about earlier, that third attempt for that. You're like, I'm getting that 100-miler.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If anything, I am stubborn. So,
yes,
not,
you are. I've learned that about you.
not for lack of trying. So, yeah.
I would say you're determined, a determined individual.
Yeah, determined. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
You are a running mentor. You are an ambassador. You do all the things. You are so involved in the running community, which I think is just epic. What advice do you give to somebody that's like, Jennifer, I really want to start, but I don't know where to start? What is something that you tell them?
Well, I mean, just that you're asking questions. I mean, that's like the biggest thing is knowing who you need to talk to and realizing that's some good, solid advice, because you don't want to listen to just anybody. Of course, doing your research and just getting out there and talking to people and see what you need. Because one person may need something different than another, and just building and learning from others. I mean, that's the biggest thing I've learned. I haven't just learned one thing about running from just one person. It's been multiple people. And you have to build that into your own running identity, you know?
Oh, it's really, really good. Use the resources around you.
Oh, yeah.
Use the people around you. Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What is your favorite length to run, whether it's training day or it's race day? Do you have a sweet mileage that you're like, I get to run that today?
I really love a half marathon distance. I mean, I feel like if you're training for a marathon and you hit that half marathon goal, you're like, wow, I've hit this goal. This halfway to where I want to be. And I feel great.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that after I've run a marathon. A lot of times I don't feel so great. So, it depends on how hilly it is.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Or if I'm having fun, I don't really care,
Mm-hmm.
because it just depends on the whole race experience. So.
That's fair. I will also say I like when there's a half and a full together, because that means I'll actually get to get some food when I run the half.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm done. Other people are still running, but I'm going to go eat now.
Like I paced one of my friends for her first marathon.
Oh, that's so
at
cool.
Gulf Coast this last year. And when we got done, there was no food left.
Oh, yeah.
No food. And I was like, man, this sucks. But I'm about to leave to go back home anyway. But still, it sucked. Sucked for her. She was super hungry. But I was like, well, I'm going to go home because I have snacks in my car.
That's also because you had fueled right with your Kodiak sandwich that you do.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And and being a mom of 4, I always have snacks. So.
Well, that's what Wonder Woman does. She's always prepared.
Always prepared.
Always prepared. So one of the cool things about you, which I'm very excited about, is that this month we've highlighted Fresh Junkie Ambassadors, but also our families that serve in the military, because November is veterans. And so I just want to say thank you so much, because I know your husband is in the service in the military and you guys are a military family. And so let's talk a little bit about that. How is running and being a military spouse, raising a family, how's all those things come to be?
Well, it's been a little bit of a struggle, especially when my children were younger, trying to make all that work. But my husband bought a double stroller. So when he would be gone, I would go. The only way I would get to do races was I would get my younger 2 children in that double stroller, and I would run 5Ks and 10Ks and all that, and be passing people. And my kids would be like, hey, how you doing? And they would get so mad. And I'll be like, I'm like, well, maybe you should have trained harder. But
Speaking of, you're one of those that passed me. So thank you.
Yeah, and then also we've been lucky because he's only been deployed once since we've been married, and that was in 2019. So I got the bright idea to train for another marathon while he was gone to help keep my headspace where it needed to be. So I trained for the New York City Marathon while he was gone. And then when he got back a week before we had to leave to go to New York, which was perfect. So he went with me to New York, and when I finished my second marathon, he was there for that.
Oh my
which was
goodness.
really cool.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's amazing. You guys are such an incredible family because, as you've shared earlier, you're in school, you're a mom, you're a wife, your husband's in the military, and you run.
Yeah. For my sanity. Because apparently punching people is frowned upon. That's what I've heard, right?
That's hilarious. I do want to say thank you on behalf of, as an American, because it's your family that allows me to be able to go out and run and to be able to cross those finish lines. So thank you for your service. Thank you to your husband for his service, but also thank you as a family for all that you guys have sacrificed.
Thank you.
When you aren't running, what are you passionate about? What gets you excited?
I guess really helping people, because I'm a pacer for Fleet Feet. So I do that too. So I talk about running all the time, which is great. But I don't really have a whole lot of spare time between school and the kids and running. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go back to school, is I wasn't living my purpose with helping people. And so that's what I'm doing now, which obviously I enjoy doing that with running too. I can share my passion for running with others. And that's why, I, volunteer my time for pacing with Fleet Feet and with different races or whatever. And I'm pacing a race in March that we do. It's a Run for the Rainbow. It's for the Children's Hospital we have in Jackson, Mississippi, the only one. And this year I paced the Early Start Marathon. And so I'm also doing that next year as well. So if anybody wants to come run their very first marathon with me, we have to finish over 6 hours, and we just have the best time. And people have said, I've ran marathons before. I've never had a great time, but I can't even believe I ran a marathon, because you just made it so fun. Because I literally will talk your ear off all the time. But I mean, it's just about the experience. If you're having a great time, it doesn't even matter how many miles you're running. I mean, you know that too. You're running a social run before you know it, like you've done all your mileage. And you're like, it doesn't even seem like I did that, because you're literally just not focused on that so much. And that's what's so great about doing things like this. I can help people obtain their goals and them not even realize that, oh my gosh, I did all that. Like, you sure did. You did.
Oh, I love that, Jennifer. That's great. Oh, Jennifer, any final words of wisdom, my friend?
Just, if you have a goal, don't let anyone stop you in doing it. Just be stubborn like me and just do ridiculous things, because I never thought in a million years I'd be doing all these distances that I've done, much less running, because it's just not something that I could have ever seen for myself doing. And then people know me for that. They see me as an athlete, which is weird to me, because in school I was very academic, and just to be seen this way as an ultra runner, ultra marathoner and everything, it's complete alien concept to me. But just having said that, don't let other people's perceptions of you define who you are. You show them who you are,
Oh, that's so good. Oh, Jennifer, you are absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that we're Fresh Junkie sisters. You are I just adore you, and I can't wait to see you out there again. And I'll definitely be cheering you on with all the Wonder Woman stuff that you're doing. You're definitely an inspiration. You are just absolutely incredible, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for allowing me to be on your podcast.
Don't you just love a Jennifer? Oh my goodness, what an inspiration. What a heart for the running community. And Steve Taylor, you were right. She is rad. I mean, just absolutely incredible. And I love getting to know her more. We interact through social media, and we have a Fresh Junkie Ambassador page that we all get to really chat about and talk. And so it's just really great to really get to know the runners behind the stories and the runners behind the names. And so again, thank you to Fresh Junkie for making this possible. Guys, definitely go run their races. Go check them out. They believe in the running community. They believe in taking care of one another, and they give so much to the running community. They are absolutely phenomenal. And as Jennifer talks about, as an Angel runner, she got to experience firsthand all that they give. And so thank you to Fresh Junkie. I don't think I could say it any better than what Jennifer did. And that is that you guys, you keep people on the pavement and you give it back. And so thank you to Fresh Junkie Racing for all that you do. And can't wait to see you guys coming up in all the races. It's going to be so much fun. And to Jennifer, you are absolutely amazing, Wonder Woman. I cannot wait to see what else you do in this life. You are such an incredible spirit and a beautiful heart. And I am just so lucky that I get to know you and call you my friend. Just, incredible. So thank you, Jennifer, for hitting the pavement, for encouraging others, and for having a heart, for helping people reach their finish lines. Whether that is in PT or that is on the pavement, you are just absolutely phenomenal, my friend. So thank you for sharing your story. And thank you so much to Gillier Tech Services for all that he does, for editing our podcast, to updating our website. And again, such a beautiful advocate for Run Your Story. He absolutely loves this podcast. He loves this running community, so much like Dave. So definitely go check out the blog, the website. These guys pour their heart and soul into the podcast, into the blog, and they're so informative and they really, truly care. And so definitely go check out the website, runyourstory.com. And if you need any updating on that website, you can definitely check out Gillier Tech Services. And if you're ever wondering what to do when you're looking around at shoes, definitely check out Dave's blog. He does such a tremendous job with all the shoes that are coming out. And again, it was so fun to watch him at the running event because he was a natural, guys. Like, he was going in, he was shaking hands. He was like, "Hey, I'm Dave with the Run Your Story podcast." I mean, he was a pro and he kept us in line. So Dave, thank you a million times for being the heart and soul again of Run Your Story. Like, we could not do this without you. So thank you so much. Guys, go check out his blog. It's absolutely amazing. He does such a great job. And ask him questions. Shoot him questions about it. He would love to answer those questions. And again, if you've not joined the Patreon community, you should, because we have some really fun stuff that are planning. Congratulations to all of our Patreon winners who won the little giveaways that we had. It was so fun to be able to do that for you guys, and we can't wait for the future. And definitely go check it out at runyourstory.com. Again, it's on the homepage. Scroll down to the bottom a little bit, midway, and it's going to be there, how to become a Patreon supporter. So definitely check that out. Come be a part of the fun, and can't wait to see what our future holds. We are so excited, guys. And thank you to our listeners who, you guys talk about this podcast. It's just so fun, and we hope that you guys love this as much as we do. And all the work that we're pouring into this is for the community. And so we are so excited, and we are always honored to be able to share the stories. Until next time, my friends, go run your story, because your story needs to be heard.